Independence. We didn't realise there were going to be speeches here today, so we hadn't really planned anything, but when we saw all these men getting up, we thought it was about time we mustered in the action. Women for Independence is proud of the contribution we've made to achieving 45% and 1.6 million votes. It wasn't quite enough, but we've grown hugely in the last 2 years. From a standing start that involved forming 12 of us over a glass of wine, we now have over 2,000 members, and next weekend we have 1,000 women and a huge waiting list wanting to join our first post-referendum event in Perth. We're not going anywhere. We're here for the long haul. I think to keep Selma happy, and one of my sisters in the Women for Independence, I'm going to say 3 things. The first one is, hands up who's got a granny. Okay, keep your hand up. You are really, really important to us in the next few years, because next weekend or over the next month I want you all to go and visit your granny and explain why you voted yes and why she shouldn't have voted no. And you need to keep that dialogue going. 30% of women over 65, 30% of women over 65 voted yes. Nearly 70% voted no. We need to have a dialogue with the nation's grannies, your granny, my granny, everybody's granny, to persuade more of them in the next few years to see why, when it comes round again, they vote yes. The second thing we all need to do is we need to keep our young people and our young women in this country. Many of them are desolate having voted yes, and some of them are talking about leaving. Please don't go. We need you for the next 5 years. We need you to get involved in Women for Independence. We need you to build for the next generation. And the third thing is, I was proud to spend referendum day with the community of Muirhouse and Drylaw. Over 70% of people in Muirhouse turned out and vote. Normally the vote is around 30%, and that's on a good day. They were queuing out of the polling stations waiting their turn to vote. It was incredible to watch, and over 70% of those people voted yes. They knew what they were voting for. They were voting for hope, and they were voting for power, and they were voting for control over their own lives. And it wasn't just in Muirhouse, it was in EH16. They're over there, they've got their banners. It's not over, they're staying put, they're here for the long haul too. So the third thing that we need to do is become community activists. This is fantastic. The dream will never die as long as we have gatherings like this, and we have so many women in particular in our gathering. But where we build for next time is in those communities. We cannot turn our back on the ones who came out and voted yes overwhelmingly. We need to become community activists. So get down to Muirhouse, get to Wester Hailes, Oxgangs, Craigmillar, Niddrie, and offer your services. Help them start taking power and control over their lives. The dream will never die. It won't die for Women for Independence. But the next few years, we are focusing on what we can do to deliver independence for women with the powers we've got. Join us. Thank you.